especially when this is how it's seeded. I feel like the lower seed player always has like more of an onus to prepare. Like Zomba, probably not prepared for PkChris. I'm gonna be honest.
No.
But PkChris sees Zomba's in his path. He's gonna be setting some stuff up. He's gonna be finding his friends. He's gonna be pinging the Robs like, hey, what do I do against Zomba?
Yes. Let me know fast, man, because he's on me. But right now, man, PkChris is on him. There's the PK Thunder, like I was saying before. So not quite off stage in terms of left and right, but there's the
there
PK
it is. Exactly
fire.
what you're talking. You're a prophet over there.
Hey, we were both prophesizing, and it's starting to materialize right here on the stage. Who'd have thought, right? So here we go. Okay, a lot of rage right here on Rob. Rob's one of those characters where once that rage gets going, man, it's hard to stop this robot.
Yeah, okay. But PkChris tries to go for a little bit of movement mix-up, does not pan out. But, the laser and good air dodge, catching the gyro at the same time. So dangerous to deal with that. Just getting out of there, though, and a little bit of both backing off in situations where they probably had a little bit of advantage. But let's see how you land against Rob. Just using the platform, not getting hit by that up tilt, and a fair goes directly under the gyro, harassing off stage, just like you talked about, Rod.
I mean, again, we've seen it once. We're going to see it here a multitude of other times here throughout the course of this match. You get somebody like PkChris off stage chasing you down. There's a good chance you're going to be dead. Oh, phenomenal air dodge. There's the up tilt. We're going to reset it. And again, a little off the mark. No laser because I can absorb that. Gyro can't quite get it set. No way.
All right, that's how you get out. That's one way of getting out of there.
Off the backboard?
Not going to be able to make that one. That was a tough angle for sure. But a creative recovery. I really like the footstool. Not something you see every day.
I mean, you really got to bring out all the stops versus Ness off stage. Let's be real. I mean, not even just for the sake of the jump, but the directional air dodge up is like another jump that Ness has.
He got 3, bro.
Yeah, he has options, man. That's for sure. And not the illusion of options like other characters.
Very true.
Gyro in hand right now, just trying to pin PkChris down in the corner. I'll be real. But PkChris is not moving. He's either the most dangerous man in the room, or he could be a man without options. So Zomba, of course, trying to tread between both of those two ideologies. I'd like to think that, Zomba's bringing something so dangerous to the table that's forcing PkChris just to think twice before he does something. As you can see right here, the damage being put on.
Yeah, and a good setup in the corner. Means that PkChris is going to have to find something creative to get out of there, but doesn't get the full drag down. Great parry. PkChris has been so on point with these parries. He's been parrying a bunch of nairs, down tilts, as well as bears. So the Zomba not as in effect as we saw in previous sets. And another parry. The gyro is parried every time, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's always right on the money with it and on the money with the up smash this time. Zomba reclaiming the lead here after PkChris had that phenomenal opener. Now, this is where you really have to figure out a way to extend this lead. You got to fight, but you don't want to overextend on Ness because stuff like this starts to happen after a while.
Yeah, these great movement mix-ups with Magnet allow you to do a little bit of bobbing and weaving.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh, yeah, 50% combo means that Zomba is going to find himself in an incredible situation. Huge damage off that rotor arm as well. Now Zomba catches out the forward air with the laser and not able to grab the gyro with the neutral air, just a hair off on the timing, and PkChris gets 0 to death in that final stock.
Yeah, that was kind of filthy. I'm not even gonna lie. Put that one in the Christmas card, bro. Season beatings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
I think one of the biggest differences that we saw is, like I said, PkChris seemed really prepared right at the start.
Yeah.
But then Zomba just started adapting. He's like, all right, you have some stuff, cool. Does not matter. I know what you're doing now. We're gonna come in.
Yeah, I got stuff. You got stuff. I got better stuff though. That's the difference between me and you. No, I think again, just really taking advantage of the fact that Rob is just such an easy character to smack around. That low percent stuff that you see from characters like Pitt and Lucas, or excuse me, Ness and Lucas, as well as Pitt. Even Mewtwo, I know we don't see that character as much anymore, but at low percent, those characters are very dangerous. It's what happens when you start to get to like those darker orange, dark red percents that really start to make the difference. And it don't matter how much percent you got. Your ass can get spiked off stage, said Zomba. It don't matter. Yeah,
one of the strongest spikes in the game there, and one of the easiest to hit. Just has a huge lasting hitbox on it. But now that you're up in the air, the landing is going to be the difficult part with a little bit of rocket boosting. We're going to see PkChris not able to really get his combo game started, the thing that he's most known for.
Of course, he's kind of getting out-comboed here. It also matters, too, it's on the opposite end of that combo string. I think at the beginning of game number 1, there was a lot of promise. The combos are certainly there on PkChris' side, but he also had to capitalize on those stocks. But Zomba said, I'm kind of comprised of some similar ingredients. I got my combos. I know how to take stocks. But taking him in a big way right here is PkChris. I love that down air to up air. Let's see what we can do with Rage Ness here.
Yeah, found it. Found the perfect punish. But now, once again, Ness dies at the top. Has a very difficult time landing against Zomba. Gets a nice little forward air string. Nothing too crazy, though.
Nope. PK flash. Okay. Yeah, nice. Up air. And again, just playing the floor is lava. This is what you do here in a platform fighter. I see my opponent's out of a jump, landing uncomfortably. My up air lasts a while. Let me see if I can catch that air dodge.
Yeah, he's been playing so well into that. Now, though, a little bit of a combo starter. Still able to keep it going. Oh, try to go for a couple little reads there. Did not pan out, and now potentially off stage. We're not going to get hit by anything crazy.
Ugh. Okay, love the forward throw. Yeah, Ness puts his whole body into the forward throw. Like, look, you're thinking some thoughts with that psychic, and then the whole body's just chucking you off stage, bro. Jeez.
Yep, and covering really well with his PK Thunder, as well as the up smash. 71%, certainly a surmountable lead, but now off stage against Zomba, and that Zombear is just in time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so hard to come back on stage or to land versus Zomba. He's just very good at reacting to all of your options, positioning himself in such a way that he can cover a multitude of them. Really like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, he just knows where to be. I mean, I'm so glad you brought that up. I mean, the most of this match, of course, being played on stage. Both characters know how to beat each other down. But that off-stage pressure, I think, is really the difference between these two. And this isn't to say that PkChris can't apply that same sort of pressure to Zomba. We're just seeing it more on Zomba's side. See, again, another instance where we open up this match, and I mean, it's just a 64 combo contest at SmashCon. I'm beating you up, bro.
Yep, but I mean, very oh yeah, he wanted it. The tail
like?
combo, not quite there. And the question is definitely going to be, can PkChris finish the stock off before Zomba can answer back twice as hard?
Mm-hmm. Oh my.
Uh-oh, you're stuck between a spinning top and a hard place.
Yeah, it don't get much worse than that, let's be real. Okay, PK Thunder.
You get another chance. He missed the whole down air, went back on stage, and then was able to land, jump, and do a whole nother one.
Mm-hmm. I do appreciate PkChris just like answering back immediately, knows how to keep it even, knows how to survive basically. Which I think sometimes it's kind of a method in Smash and really just fighting games that sometimes kind of falls by the wayside. Like, yeah, I know how to survive in this fight, but I don't know how to quite thrive here, you know. What is it going to take for me to start winning? I know how to fight. I know how to fight back, but I need to actually win this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a bit more that's needed to get to that thriving state. It's not just a matter of not dying. Mm-hmm. And okay, going for fair on the shield. Does get punished a little bit, and now the up tilt up air is almost enough. PkChris. Okay, uses the second PK Flash and the second PK Thunder off the bounce, but the bouncing gyro into the laser sets up for a horrible position. Once again, able to get back to stage, though.
Yes.
Rod, how many chances is Zomba going to give him?
I mean, you got more chances than I would have got, because I'm going to be real with you. I would have messed up the first time I got caught off stage versus Zomba. So PkChris, a far better player than me, that's for damn sure. I got to give it to PkChris as well, too. The adaptation on the fly in the corner, too, to know that, okay, the delayed gyro's coming out to catch my neutral, get up. Let me go ahead and let that fall off stage and then roll back on. Oh, you know how this goes. Okay, get your ass off this stage, Steve Wilco style. Wait a minute. Another PK Thunder. Harassing on the way down. We talked about this. We want to see more of it. Oh, my God.
And a great parry. PkChris has gotten like 15 parries already this set. Knows exactly the timing that we're looking for, and I'm not going to see anything too wild there. Sometimes you'll go for magnet into down air in those spots, but I don't think it would have killed him. He did not want to overcommit. But a down air off the top, PkChris not hitting another button, giving Zomba so much time to let that rip. And now, though, PkChris with a lead in the final stock of the game. I think the first time we've seen this.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is probably the closest the match has been since the beginning of game number 1. It just always felt like Zomba just had a firm hand, you know what I'm saying, on the steering wheel, but PkChris starting to answer back. Hopefully we can be steered towards the finish line, depending on how this one wraps up. On the way down, finally caught you.
Yeah, tried to catch an air dodge, but actually Zomba did not land and runs out of fuel. Yep. That is one of the first times I've ever seen that happen to Zomba.
Yeah. Might be something in the water here. Just we got an unfortunate SD right there on the Anathema side to end that that last set. And now, of course, we have another one here. This could be the start of something great for PkChris.
Yeah, definitely a chance for him to come back into this match. Down 2-0, I mean, would require a reverse 3-0. Oh, man, he's playing on wireless Procon.
That's crazy.
That man's bolder than I am.
Yeah, man. You got the Best Buy setup going on right now, bro. The wireless controller, headphones on deck. Let's see how this one goes, though. I mean, we've seen this time and time again, but we've been commentating for years. You know, one guy goes up 2-0. You allow your opponent just to get that glimmer of hope, that sense of belief.
Yep.
And then you might see yourself in a game 5. Ugh, okay, get slammed.
Or if you're Zomba, you see them get that glimmer of hope, and then you completely remove it from them.
Yes, which is one thing Zomba's very good at.
That's frame perfect, by the way, when he uses the fire off the platform and it goes sideways instead of diagonally down. It's frame perfect. He's done it
really?
4 times now.
Wow,
Yeah, I've been counting. I was like, dang. Using the frame perfect tech.
Hey, that's what it's all about, bro. I mean, you really got to bring that, especially versus somebody like Zomba. Of course, in the corner. Oh, you tried it. Wonderful angle right there on PkChris' side. It is his turn to apply a little bit of pressure. Nair on the stuff out. This is good.
Yeah. Okay. Still has to find something here to get the stock as PkChris is in the corner. Going to have a tough time. Down air isn't timed perfectly. And now we see another PkChris setup with the fire, and Hub Smash tries to cover the neutral air, but I mean, I think he's been doing a lot better with just parrying it. We've seen multiple of those. It's certainly capable, so
yeah.
Why not use it again?
Yeah, I mean, oh my goodness. He's saying, why not jump again? I mean, since you love doing it so much, let me see if I can catch you with this up air this time. Game number 1, PkChris did such a phenomenal job of just outmaneuvering the up air. Whether that means obviously it wasn't true on Zomba's side or he just knew how to air dodge at the right time. Unfortunately, this match starting to get a little out of control right now. We got to get this stock taken here and fast.
Yeah. Oh, setting up off stage. Yeah, he's in absolutely so much danger. Down air setup, and just for good measure, going to make sure the rotor arm gets the job done.
The spin cycle here. Okay. This is looking anything but good right here from PkChris. What started out as a very electrifying opening and starting to kind of disappear a little bit. There's the back throw. No rage needed for that one. Percent's way too high.
Yeah, and so much damage being output on the Ness already. And actually, that could have just been the stock right there if Zomba had predicted that neutral air was going to connect. Now up tilt, up air. And once again, you have to land a down air. Does it every now and then. We got one. But the onus is really on PkChris to make something happen.
It most certainly is. And again, I mean, just bringing out all the stops right here. I mean, how could you not? You know, it's game 4, you know, last stock. Oh, my God, PK Thunder right into the Nair. I even seen, like, the B-reverse Nair run off stage, you know, or B-reverse PK Fire run off stage, excuse me.
Yep.
So, I mean, just really bringing out all the stops here, but match, again, just starting to kind of steamroll out of control.
Forward there once again sets up for an edge guard situation, but, I mean, yeah, you just rotor arming out of that situation and tries to grab the gyro, but is a little bit too slow. And the hope is stuffed from PkChris' eyes as, I mean, he still has a loser side to go through, but man, that top 64 winners' dreams are over.
Yeah, I got to be real. It just never felt like there was a moment in time where PkChris really got a chance to thrive in that match. We talked about the difference between like thriving in a match versus just surviving. I'm doing just enough to not feel like I'm getting steamrolled, doing just enough, you know what I'm saying, to maintain some sort of, just to keep imposing my will, but it just felt like throughout the majority of that, it was certainly the Zomba show. Now, of course, PkChris had a great opening in our games 1 and 4 for sure.
Yep.
But, you know, as the exchanges went on, it's like both sides put on percent really well, but only one side was taking stocks. So.
Yeah, and the way that disadvantage felt for PkChris, just the difference between when Zomba was in disadvantage, because Rob's disadvantage.